Hello everyone, hope you've had a lovely weekend. Today we'll be making a rocket ship. I haven't done this before, so I might make some mistakes, but we'll get through it together. Now what you might need for your rocket ship is toilet roll. If you don't have toilet roll, then that's okay. As long as you do have some card, you can still roll it up and it'll look like toilet roll. You'll also need a pencil. You'll need a black pen. You'll need glue, you'll need some scissors, and you will also need a plate or anything round that you can draw around. Here are the steps you need to take to create your very own space rocket ship. Step 1, wrap the rocket ship. Step 2, decorate this rocket ship. Step 3, build the cone, which is the top of your rocket ship. Step 4, add the flames. And of course, step 5, enjoy your space rocket ship. And don't forget to take photos to send to your class teachers. So for the first thing you need to do is choose your favorite color card or paper and then use your toilet roll. Look, and you're going to draw lines, put it across just like this, so holding your paper in portrait and then putting your paper like this and drawing a line with your pencil just underneath. Okay, I'm going to do that. And then I'll do the same thing. I've drawn my line there. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Putting my toilet roll there and drawing a line underneath. Now you can join those two lines together using a ruler. Good, so then your paper looks like this. So what I'm going to do now is use my scissors to safely cut across my line. Now I want you to try to cut as straight as possible. If you're struggling, that's okay, just keep trying. You need to work these hand muscles, and if you do feel like you need some help, I'm sure there'll be an adult around to help you. Now I'm going to bring my toilet roll in as well, and I'm going to use the strip that I've just cut to wrap around the roll. Now, as you can see, the paper is quite long. It goes further, so I'm just going to cut off this last piece slightly so that it's not too long. Good. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my glue to glue all around my paper, maybe a little bit in the middle, so then you can wrap it around your toilet roll. I'm going to do that now and I'll show you when it's done. So now that I've glued this on, I still need to make sure that I'm holding the edge here for at least 30 seconds to make sure that it's stuck well. Now that I've done my toilet roll, I'm going to choose another piece of card, okay, a different color preferably, and this is also the color that I'm going to use for the top of my rocket, but this first I'm going to draw lines to decorate my rocket. Now you can just cut strips off, just very thin ones, okay, not very long, or you could use a ruler. I'm going to use my ruler because my lines aren't quite straight yet, I'm still working on it, so I'm going to use my pencil and ruler to draw some lines, and I think I'm going to draw 2 strips. Here we are, just like that, and I'm going to cut each one again safely using my scissors. Now what I'm going to do with my strips is I'm going to use them to wrap around my toilet roll, just like this. And again, you might have some extra parts, so all you need to do is just cut that piece off. Okay, just like this. I'm going to stick mine at the top and my other one at the very bottom, but you can stick it anywhere you'd like. It's your rocket and you're the designer. So I'm just going to put some glue all along the strip and glue it on. Now a little bit of mine is coming undone, so again I'm just going to top it up with a little bit of glue, not too much, and then hold it down for at least 30 seconds. What I'm going to be doing is choosing another colored card and my black pen to draw out some round windows so we can stick onto our rocket ship. I'm sure everyone will want to be looking outside at what's going on in space. So we need our windows. Now I'm going to use my pen and use steady, slow strokes just to make a round circle. Doesn't need to be too big. Say just like that. Not the perfect circle, but when we cut it out, we can improve it. And I'm going to do 2 windows. Again, you can have more than that. I just like 2. I'm also going to draw a line inside, just like this. I'll show you just around the outside. Makes it look a little bit more like a window. And then I'm going to use my scissors, again, making sure I'm being safe, to cut around. Here we are. I'm going to glue my 2 windows onto my spaceship, just like this, and I'll see you right after. Now I'm just sticking down my windows, and here they are. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to choose the same color that I used for this part here, because this will be going on the top. You can choose another color, you can choose one that you've already used, you can use a new one, anything that you would like. Or you could even use a white piece of paper and decorate. But what you're going to do is you're going to choose your piece of paper, you're going to use your plate or whatever you have that's round. It needs to be about this size, not too big, not too small. And I'm going to draw around it using my pencil. You might need an adult for this. This is quite tricky, but I'm sure you can also do it by yourself and just draw all the way around. See, here's my circle. Now I'm going to use my scissors safely and cut it out. Next part is I'm going to use my piece of paper that I've cut out and I'm going to fold it in half. Okay. Again, if you're struggling, ask an adult for help or have it go yourself. Good. So my piece of paper is like this, and again, I'm going to cut it down the middle. Now once I have this part, I'm going to put some glue just on this side, just on half of it, so that I can wrap it together and create a cone. So put your glue on, just on the end, the half. Okay, just like this, and then bring it together with this part here to create a cone. Now you might need to try this a couple of times before you get it. And then of course, hold it down so that it sticks. Now that I've made sure it's stuck together all along, I'm going to use any piece of colored paper. Use one that you've already used so you're not wasting it, and just cut 4 small strips, just like this. This much. That's one of them. They don't need to be straight because these won't be seen. It's just to hold the top of your rocket on. So that's 2. Putting my 3rd one. Make sure it's not too short, okay? So that there's enough. Here we are. Lovely. Scissors down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to glue just the bottom half of this little piece of paper. Okay, so just the bottom. Okay, I've just put it on this part here, and then I'm going to use that to stick into the middle of my rocket. Again, holding it down. After I've done that, I will do the same with the other 4 pieces of paper. Now that I have these pieces of paper, I'm just going to gently fold them, just like this, so they face outwards. And then I'm going to add some glue here on each of them so that I can glue this on top of it, like that. Now some of them might be quite long, so I might need to cut them off a little bit, but again, not too much. Just like this. I'm going to add my glue. Just like that. And I'm going to try to attach this over. Now, again, this is quite tricky, so you'll need to hold it down. So after you've done that, just put it to the side so it can dry while we're doing the next part. So for the next part, you will need, again, some different colored card. This is for the fire that will go on the bottom of your rocket ship. So good colors to use would be yellow, orange, red. You can use one of these, you can use 2 of them, 3 different, whatever you have. So for these ones, I'm going to make some different colored, well, different shapes. So I've drawn some shapes, they look like this. And I'm going to cut them out so we can put them together, and hopefully it should look like a flame. Now when I'm cutting my 3 pieces of paper, this one needs to be the biggest so it can go on the back, and then the other 2 need to be, even though they're triangle squared, one needs to be a little bit bigger than the other so that you can see it when you put them together. And this is how it should look. Now I'm going to glue these together, just the parts that are covering. Like this, and then I'm holding it down. And now what I'll do with this is I will glue the back of it to my rocket. Going to hold it down, 30 seconds. And then here's my rocket. Now when you're doing yours, you can of course add some more decorations around here or any part of your rocket so it looks as creative as possible. But here we are.